Okay, we started the third Dim-Mak Cornerstone form. This one was called the valley. It has a lot of movements like this, representing, of course, a valley. It can also represent the pelvis, because the pelvis is a valley as well. And so the Qigongs in this, of which there are two separate sets, the second set being a little bit more severe than the first, gives you the power of the valley or the pelvis, which is the dantian, of course. That's the cauldron. And that's what we try to do. We try to take the qi from the cauldron, heat it, turn it into jing, and then it solidifies back into the marrow of the bones. That's what we're looking to do. And that's what the Qigongs in this, the valley set does for you. The organs it represents, kidneys, bladder, and pericardium. Kidneys and bladder, meaning it's not the ocean, it's a river at the end of the valley. So kidneys and bladder are the water meridians, of course, but you also whack in there the pericardium, because you've got heart in there as well. So it'll also be affecting the heart, making your heart strong, because pericardium is the sac that protects your heart. Okay, we've done some of this. Some of you have done some of this before, I think at my last workshop up here, didn't we? Yeah, right, so we'll start right from scratch. I'm going to just stand at a funny angle because the way the camera's over. Yes, okay. I'm facing the north here, the right foot forward, in a sort of power stance. The first thing to do is what we were talking about earlier on, and that is getting all the vertebrae sitting on top of each other like a plastic tube, and there's a chain in it, and you let it go, and all the links just nicely fall on top of each other. So we're gaining the power by doing that to start with. So it's just a little Qigong method to start with. You're opening your hands, put a little bit of weight forward, tongues up on the high palate, and as you sit back, drop your tongue to the lower palate. Now while you're sitting in this position, you're doing what we were doing earlier on. The buttock gets just tucked under gently. Naturally, don't push it under, and you'll move your weight off of your left heel, just onto the sweet spot, which is, there's the heel there, there's the rest of your foot. It's just there, forward of the heel. That's where the sweet spot is called the balance point in your body. So it's just forward of that. So you're moving your weight just onto the sweet spot. So you just stand there for a few breaths, maybe 3 breaths, and you're just breathing normally in through your nose and out through your nose. Oh, and put the tongue back up onto your hard palate, by the way, after it comes down onto your lower palate, and then you move your weight to the sweet spot. When you feel your weight on the sweet spot, after you've done those 3 inhalations and exhalations, that's when you shoot, because the power is said to be built up from the valley at that point, and you're going to shoot both hands out like this, in 2 penetration style punches, representing the valley. So you're going to come out like that. They're the punches. I'll just do it for you so that you can see the whole routine and see what you've got to do with your feet as well. So we're in a power stance. You're turning to the right. The arms roll, as in all of the stuff it turns to the left, and then now the tongue comes back onto your hard palate as you inhale, and it stays there. While you're just thinking about the vertebrae, settling the vertebrae down on top of each other. 3 breaths. On the 3rd breath, just, I don't know if you can see that, it's so slight, someone watching might have been able to see it, but from that position there, I'm on the sweet spot now, see? It's a minuscule lean, just like that, to make sure you're in a C-back position. And that's the point where you should feel something building up through here, through the GB 20 points. And when that happens, then you release straight down. Okay, now it's not just going into like a snake creeps down, you've really got to thrust your rear foot out to the rear. It's not just a putting of your foot, it's an actual thrusting and kick of your foot. So from here, see how the foot gets really thrust out. Okay, and you'll be facing the north as you do it. And of course there's an exhalation as you do it. Okay, let's just try that to start with. I'll show you where you're aiming for and everything in a minute, and the Dim-Mak points and all that, but let's just try and get that right for starters. I'll show you right now. You're aiming, okay, these moves here, they all have Dim-Mak application, of course, and this move is done many times in different ways throughout the form. And normally, they're both going into either side of the neck, death time. Dim-Mak means death point, that's death, straight away. You can, however, be striking right up under each pectoral onto the upper rib area. Don't go into the soft area, go into the rib area itself. Or you're getting gallbladder 24, liver 14, liver 13 down here on the floating rib. You can go in there as well. So you can go in there, liver 13, liver 14, gallbladder 24, or of course into both sides of the neck. You're taking out the whole vagus nerve, stomach 9, stomach 10, and small intestine 16, everything in the neck. Just hit him in the neck. Forget about any bloody points. Just smash him in the head. If you miss, what are you going to get? Face, you know, it's a fantastic shot. It's a utility shot, of course. And of course, someone could be coming in. So the opening move is just putting with both hands over like, wah! Both ears, bang, with a cupped palm. Both ears, and then you're going to jolt him down and or into there. That's what you're doing to him. At the same time, someone could be coming in from there, and you've literally got to save yourself. You haven't got time to turn around, so the rear foot's literally just going to go right onto his knee as he's coming.
But you don't actually put the back kick in and put your foot down. You just do it.
But you must make sure it's not. For instance, it wouldn't be like this. It's got to be, see, that's thrust out just as violently as the hands are coming forward, indicating that you're going, it's a kick to the rear. Okay, let's have a go at that. Thank you. What? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are asking the question, what does the weight do when you drop down? Literally, okay. When you find that sweet spot, just before you punch. See, there it is, there's my back, just sitting on the sweet spot, breathing in and out, blah, blah, blah. You come to the third one, you usually release on the out, an exhalation on the third breath. So, see that? That's the difference, so that's just me standing there. But look, if I put my rear leg up off the ground, if I were on a really slippery surface, I wouldn't be putting my weight forward onto the front foot. What I'm actually doing, see, I'm pushing in like this. See what that's doing to this curvature of the back. Look, there's something coming up the background now. See that? It's like our dragon Lungha. That's the whole principle upon which that works. So if I were on a slippery floor, I'd get that happening, you see, because this foot's actually pushing into the rear foot and causing this to go like this. If I exaggerate it, I'm getting that, you see, but I'm not putting my weight like that. It's a controlling factor.